The Philippines is a Southeast Asian country comprised of over 7,000 islands in the western Pacific Ocean. It is known for its incredible natural beauty and vibrant history. It is home to around 110 million people, of which 90% are Christian. It is a country with a strong sense of community, and over the past year, many Filipinos have reached out to us and invited us to this beautiful nation. We are so pleased to begin our exploration in Coron and then Manila. We're John and Bev, and we are the Retirement Travelers. We had heard from so many of our viewers over the past several months asking us things like, are you going to visit the Philippines? And don't forget the Philippines. It is so beautiful and the people are just very friendly. Well, we didn't forget and the day is here. This was our first visit and kind of a scouting trip to decide if we wanted to return for a longer stay. We also wanted to learn more about the best potential destinations for our return. We decided to pick Manila on this trip and one other destination, and it was Coron.
When we left Jakarta, we had a long travel day to Manila, and then we changed planes to Busuanga Island. The flight to the island was on a prop plane, but it was smooth and on time. We caught a shuttle from the airport to the Bacau Bay Resort in Coron. The van ride was, through the mountainous island, and it took only about 30 minutes.
Yeah, the resort had a beautiful setting, a big pool, a nice restaurant, and a very attentive staff. It also had a dock next to the water, so we could hop on a boat to explore the amazing scenery and other islands in the area.
The next day, after filling our bellies with some great breakfast, the resort arranged for a private boat ride for us to explore the area. Now, it was around $100 for the entire day, plus tips for our guide and driver. Our first stop was to the dock in town for some much needed supplies during our adventure.
We walked through the outdoor markets in town and picked up several snacks, some ice and plenty of drinks, and even a yellow watermelon as an afternoon snack. We also rented some swim fins for snorkeling and a couple of clear bottom kayaks. The guys loaded them on the boat and we were ready to go.
The boat ride over to Coron Island was calm and beautiful. The combination, I think, of the turquoise waters and the jagged rocky hills was just something that we will always remember. The first stop was to the most popular destination, Kayangan Lake.
Now, to access this hidden lake on the island, you must navigate about 360 steps through a wooded area, but the hike was well worth it. There is a reason this place is so popular. We got to swim in the crystal clear waters for about 30 minutes and enjoyed an incredible rock formations all around us. This is an absolute must visit for this area, and we just didn't want to leave, did we?
No, we didn't. Now, the next stop was snorkeling in the Twin Peaks Coral Garden. Did we mention we love snorkeling? We are so glad we brought our own masks and have used them across the South Pacific, Indonesia, and now the Philippines. And all this physical exertion of hiking, swimming, and snorkeling, we've worked up quite an appetite, so by this time we were ready for a break.
We stopped at a local beach area for a traditional non-alcoholic drink called Halo. It has 13 different ingredients and is a summertime favorite in the area. We relaxed by the beach and consumed most of our snacks and tried the yellow watermelon. It was delicious.
Yes, it was. Now, the last stop, it was getting the clear kayaks out and paddling around to the Twin Lagoon. Now, we spent the next hour with our guides just paddling and soaking in the beauty of the area. This is a spectacular place to kayak and just enjoy the moment.
We headed back to our resort, and it was a good thing because the storm was fast approaching. And all in all, it was a fun day on the water and experiencing the local islands. It was well worth it. Coron Bay is a beautiful area with so many little hidden treasures.
We enjoyed our daily tuk-tuk rides in the town as well. Tuk-tuk riding is a must when you visit Asia. Our favorite restaurant was the Pacifico Coron Bar and Restaurant. The burgers here were some of the best we've ever had, And the Portuguese bean soup was delicious. And the staff, they were just incredible. Okay,
Yeah.
now we didn't exactly eat local at this place, but the food was great and the service was amazing.
To work off all the delicious food, we climbed to the top of Mount Tapas in town. Now, we didn't mind the 720 steps to get to the top because the views from town across the Coron Bay were outstanding. If you don't mind a little exercise with some hill work and some beautiful views, this is a must when visiting. It's just a short walk from the downtown area.
You know, there are so many island options when visiting the Philippines, and it can be a little bit overwhelming, you know, when you're planning. But we were pretty happy with our choice of Coron as our first experience. So we packed up our things, we got back to the airport and took the short plane ride back to Manila to explore yet another new place. Now, we stayed in the Makati neighborhood, which was just a short ride from the airport. You know, it's known for its skyscrapers, great restaurants, entertainment, you know, shopping malls, parks, and luxury hotels. It has a very international flair and it's famous for its multicultural lifestyle. It also is a popular spot for expats that are living in the Philippines.
Our hotel was the Ascot Makati, and it was fabulous. Now, after getting a workout at the fitness center, we were treated to an amazing breakfast each morning. We cannot tell you how much we enjoyed this sprawling buffet with so many selections. The hotel is in a nice area with shopping and plenty of things to do. We used this time to get haircuts, get our teeth cleaned, picked up some low-cost prescriptions, and catch up on some trip planning for our next leg.
That's right. Now, each day after breakfast, we took a long walk through the neighborhood, and we kind of just reflected on the amazing adventure of the past 4 months. It was the perfect spot to wrap up our Southeast Asia travels and start preparing for the next leg.
Yeah, one evening we walked down and had dinner at a restaurant called Mamu 5. It was a lovely outdoor dining experience with wonderful steaks and pasta. Our server brought us one of their local specialties as an appetizer. It was complimentary and it turned out to be our favorite thing. It was cold, raw corn on a cob, and it was sweet and refreshing and cold.
I never realized cold corn on the cob was so good, but wow. So, will we return to the Philippines? Absolutely, yes. You know, we want to say thanks to our Filipino friends for making our first visit so wonderful. You know, we plan to return someday for a longer visit, and we want to select great islands to visit. So we need your help. You know, if you're from the Philippines and have a recommendation for us, or you're a traveler that's had a great experience somewhere while visiting the islands, please share it with us in the comments. You know, it would be so helpful as we plan our next adventure to the Philippines.
We are currently back in the United States for an extended visit with our kids and family. After that, we have an exciting second half of the year planned, starting with a journey across the Canadian Rockies from Vancouver to Banff National Park on the luxury Rocky Mountaineer train.
We'll see you next time, and happy trails.
You mean all aboard?
Be sure to hit subscribe and follow along on our retirement journey around the world.